color running through your veins, and I can't breathe, and everything you do is bad. Love me.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Hunter. Evening, I think I'm a penguin and a happy cat lady. Oh, you've both been keeping out of trouble. Today we're going to be starting off with something a little bit different. My end goal is... oh bloody hell, my ribs are going again. The end goal is by the end of the night I want to start our fallow deer great one. Pause for the purrs. We're going to start our fallow deer great one hunt and start doing the prep work for it. An evening mayhem as well, welcome in. We're just starting out with our well, I say we're not going to be doing something normal-ish today, or at least for the start anyway. We're going to be breaking some maps. I found some glitches of getting out of bounds in one of the maps, and we're going to explore that. But before we do that, I thought we'd come to the Africa map, because I thought I would start off by taking you somewhere where you're not supposed to be able to get to, and that is on top of this highest peak on the map here. So you've got this mountain here, which is tall enough as it is, and then you've got another one on top of it again. Now, we got on there last year, probably about this time last year actually, during a stream. I was able to painfully, over the course of 2 hours, scramble a route all the way up to the top there. And, oh, I do about stuttering. Mayhem, thank you so much, Mayhem, gifting a sub to the Crazy Wing Zero. Thank you so much there, Mayhem, and I hope that you're feeling a lot better now as well there, because I know you were feeling a bit ill last week there. But thank you so much, and thank you as well for get my words out. Thank you so much for the sub as well there, the second sub for yourself there as well. Two months of madness with Mayhem. I said, I hope you're feeling a lot better now, and your chest is feeling a lot better there. And Wing Zero, welcome in there as well there, mate. Hope you've been keeping out of trouble, or at least, you know. I'm going to beam us up to here though, just to start off as we're going though. Tonight we're not doing... we are going to do the game properly, but we're going to do... I'm going to show you some glitches that I found in the maps. Actually, I'm going to grab a quad bike as well, just while I'm thinking about it, because it's funny on a quad bike. So, where we are right now, you're not supposed to be able to get to. This is basically on top of the map. It took me a couple of hours to scramble a route up the back side of this area here. There is a cave that you do as part of a mission, which I'll show you this way. We'll explore it a little bit. And you're trying to stay out of trouble, Wing Zero. And you're feeling a lot better now as well there, Mayhem. Ooh. You see, this is the cave that you can explore. And see, you're not really supposed to explore it from the angle that we decided to drive off it, though. Whee! Oh, we've lost the quad. And back to the bottom of the world. Oh, that's interesting. We've clipped through the wall, so that's the cave you can briefly see there. And how are you feeling as well there tonight there, happy cat lady as well? It sounded this afternoon like your voice was doing well. But was it your legs that were sore as well the other day? I can't remember what she said there now. What sort of trouble have all you guys been causing today? So we're going to have a few minutes on this map, and then we're going to jump over to one of the lodges, and I'm going to show you how to get out of bounds in the safari lodge. Because it wouldn't be me unless I found every single hole in every single map. And we're going to try as well on... oh, what the hell do you call that map? Oh, I forget its name. the default map that you get with the game. We're going to try on that one as well to get on top of the highest peak, which still eludes me. So we'll maybe try about an hour or so on that as well. There you go, a nice view from up the top of here. Actually, I wonder... Ooh, I just thought of something that could be lethal. Let's just see, are we close enough to the hole? No, we couldn't do that. Oh, we might be able to do it from that one though. Okay, we have a little plan. Well, spawning kind of works. Voice is so close to being back to normal. I can feel the strain. Yeah, I'm currently feeling the strain as well, I think, today. It's all that coughing and sneezing the other day. My ribs are in agony still from all that coughing and sneezing the other night. I think I was up past 4 o'clock, still sneezing, sneezing and coughing in bed. And I was at the stage, every time that I do it, it hurts even more. I tore a ligament once years ago as well through sneezing in my ribs. Right, let's get up here before... So we will play the game properly at some point. But we have to know what it's like if we can drive off that really tall bit. And for those of you as well joining us for the first time this evening, we stream every night in theme nights. They can see the schedule over on Discord for the next 3 weeks. Tuesday night is kind of an alternative night for every other week. At the minute, it's so the Hunter this week will be Minecraft next Tuesday, and then it'll be the Hunter the following week after, in rotation. I think that's the way it's going to work for Tuesday nights. Tomorrow we'll be in Middle Earth. Actually, I can put it straight into chat. And mandatory Mass Effect Fridays. So 9:30, attendance is mandatory. Can I line myself up with the hole? That sounds like that's what she said. Oh, hang on, have we driven up the wrong cliff? We have? We've driven in a circle and driven up the wrong cliff. We've gone back to where we started. Right, I'll do a mango for Mr. Smith. Oh, how was that for you, Mr. Smith? Welcome in there, Mr. Smith. What mischief are you getting yourself up to? But we are breaking the Hunter this evening. At the minute, we're on top of... we're in the... Oh, what do you call it again? The Africa map. And... We're on top of here to start with, where you're not supposed to be to get anyway. Oh, come on, up we go. Might have to. Oh, actually, have I got any tents in my inventory? Hang on, let's go this way. Have you been cyberpunking it again today, Mr. Smith, or have you been up to some other sort of trouble? Ooh, I think I have to go down that way, then turn back up. Here we go. We see the view across the rest of the map, though. I haven't done the story missions on this one yet. I did a bit of recording on the Cyberpunk today. Did you give any thought to doing an experiment with the alternate method that we were chatting about? Must have been a couple of weeks ago, was it? It would have been, because it would have been after we played Farming Sim a couple of weeks ago. Alright, let's just slow down. Yeah, look, we're lined up with the hole. Now, are you prepared? Once we hit the bottom, volunteer from our studio audience to !clip. Oh, it didn't quite work. There goes the quad bike. It wouldn't have worked because there's a ledge on this side of the hole. Was it, sorry, that was something I was asking me a question. What testing am I doing? Oh, it was the 'cause you remember we were saying, you know, because when you record your videos, you were then putting them through an encoder, and I was showing you the restream, so that you could, you know, basically just put it straight up there, and then it saves you the storage space and saves you the conversion. When we were chatting, it was after farming sim the other week. We hit the ground hard. I see the square plate for the water. Okay, we'll drive off with the quad bike one more time, and then we're going to go to the lodge and get out of bounds in the lodge. Now, last time we played when we were in the lodge, we did find a way into the pool by getting above the invisible barrier. We'll do that again before we get out of bounds, because once we get out of bounds, I have to alt and F4 the game to get us out of it. Oh, the quad bike just stayed stationary. Okay, enough messing around with that one. Let's jump out and go to the lodge. Evening six wheeling, welcome in. Almost went back to desktop. I figured out what the issue was. It seems that anything longer than an hour messed it up. Formatted it so it's. So you're going to do another test tomorrow as well there. Right, it's a great game. We want to go to the lodge. I want to go to the Safari Lodge. There we go. Not too bad. 6 there. Apart from my ribs are in agony from all the coughing I've been doing over the past couple of days. So there may be randomised mic cuts. Oh, of course, it's bloody Colonial Day today, isn't it? Okay, before we start breaking the game, we'll do a quick tour of our lodge for the folk that may have not seen our lodge yet, full of all of our diamonds and such. So we have the Roosevelt elk with the fake human teeth that it clearly stole those teeth off one of its victims. Because those teeth do not look natural. They've been overly whitened. A moose. I think that's a moose with a sonar dish. Diamond moose. There's a couple of diamond red deers up there, but you'll not find many red deers in this lodge. No chance. Cape buffalo? I want to say that's a Cape buffalo. I was trying the best I can to identify the animal before I bring up the help menu and tell me what it is. Now this one's here a red deer. You might find a couple of these red deer dotted around. There's no guarantee. And if I can do it without stuttering, Fluid Fraz, thank you for the follow and welcome in. And the lodge is causing a bit of lag there, everybody. It always seems to do that whenever we come into the lodge. It causes a bit of lag with the alerts. And Rick, Pickle Rick, thank you as well for the follow and welcome in there, mate. And you join us tonight as we are going to be doing some breaking of the Hunter. We'll have a little bit of wander around the lodge first before we break things on the map. But I keep on forgetting whenever we're in the lodge, I think it's because there's that many animals technically in close proximity, it just the GPU just goes mental. But this is our piebald diamond red deer. You get a theme that there may be 1 or 2 red deer in this lodge. These two aren't diamonds, but we have an albino, level 7 I think it was, and a level 2 melanistic? I think that's what they call that fur type. Oh, and who's called for the potion of vitality? Okay, remember you guys asked for this. Oh, I can do it without the controller falling off my knee. It's like nails on the chalkboard, isn't it? I just noticed as well there at the top there, Six Wheeling, are you playing the Hunter as well this evening? So for those of you that play the Hunter, what are you currently hunting for, and what sort of diamonds have you got in your lodges? Which is in this room? Oh, there's a surprise! It's got more red deer diamond. Anyone maybe noticing a theme with these rooms here? Let's have ourselves a little wander over here. More diamond red deer. This one is not a diamond, but it's just the big albino of the. Oh, which flavour bison is that one? Where did I get it from? Oh, it's not. I'm gonna have to check the thing. It's a plain. Oh, it is a plains bison. God, I'm sure I got this one from Africa. No, I didn't. No, I got this one from Yukon Valley, I think. It was Yukon Valley. Yeah, a few of those diamonds there. We got on the new map. We got our diamond crocodile. I got it just after the stream ended. It was a yes, I play. Played all the time over the last 2 months. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this now for a couple of years, hundreds of hours into it. Absolutely love it. On my Discord, I will publish a new version, but if you want like the Red Deer Great one, I've done a hunting guide to it. And once we get over to New Zealand later on in the stream, I'll discuss the strategies for the hunt as well there. The best ways to manipulate the game to get your numbers. We have more in that room though. Call of the Raven. Diamonds are a smith's best friend. I'm hunting for whatever jumps out most. I generally like focus on like one animal in particular, depending on what I'm trying to get into the lodge. I would like the new fallow deer great one. And I also want a diamond of the new bird from the new map. I forget what it's called now. Magpie one. That's the new bird. I know I've got a diamond on my map, but I haven't been able to find it yet. But this room here, this room here is not diamonds. These are just rare fur types. So you've got like your piebald reindeer, various other piebalds and albinos, an ogre flavoured wolf. And I've crossed past the... got 56 diamonds. I think 56 or it could be 58. And nearly all red deer. So more red deer rare fur types. But now into the main room. A whitetail deer. Another buffalo flavour. What flavour is that? Plains bison again. That's a diamond one. Another red deer. We have a red deer Rudolph. Another reindeer there. We also managed to get a diamond kangaroo as well last week. Got one of these little fellas from the Mississippi map. My first diamond, the turkey. Was that you're getting flashbacks from Ace Ventura when they invited him to the hunting lodge. It's been so many years since I've seen those films. This one here, it is a diamond, but it isn't a diamond. Technically it is a diamond, but you get it with the mission regardless of what you do to it. And I destroyed this when I got it on the mission. That was from a mission in the Spanish storyline. Is it Spain or Italy? Whichever one. And this one is a red deer, but this one's the odd one out because this one is the only red deer that's not from New Zealand. This one's from the Spanish map as well there. Then we've got a fallow deer, which is what we're going to be hunting for later on this evening. But then, of course, we've got the main event, the Great One. Great One red deer. Try and get a bit of close-up on the antlers for you. Thousands of red deer lie at my feet before we got this fella. Okay, let's go and break the game now. Now, there is two things that we could do on this map to break it. I mean, one thing, you got this pool here, which is there's an invisible wall, and on the last stream we managed to get past the invisible wall. It's just going to be a bit fiddly to get on top of the umbrella. I'll have to restart the level once I do this. There you go. So this is we have to crawl at this, and we don't like automatically respawn because you're not actually supposed to get in here. Those poor animals. Right, now that we're in this pool, I'm gonna have to jump out of the game for a minute and then come back into it because there's no way out. When we actually get out of bounds on the next one we're gonna do, I'll have to alt F4 the game because the game can't cope with me being as far out of bounds as what we're gonna go. Let's see, lodge, it is the safari. Yes, go. Shouldn't take long to load because it's still in memory. So which map have you been playing on as well at the moment? Alright, what we're going to do is, right, as you can see, there's an invisible wall here. We can't get out. How do I do the thing? Yeah, it's either exclamation mark, remember, reminder. You can do notes, note. I put all the variations in. Right, now, hopefully this is going to work again. I've only done it once. Let's put the phone away. There we go. And we are now successfully out of bounds. I bounced between... is that where we got the bouncy command? I bounced between the New England and Australia currently. Turn off the alarm. There we go. We are out of bounds. What we're actually going to do is do something I didn't do last time, which is actually have a walk around the outside of the lodge before we go to the world border. It'll take us about 5+ minutes to walk there because it's almost 2 kilometers that we have to cover before we get to the world border. But what I found out was it is quite a nice map to walk around, even though it is a small map, being probably only 3 kilometers across in size. But yeah, this is all the place where you're not supposed to be. So you'll see there's entities clipping through the building. All the bits you're not supposed to be looking at. And we can see the Great One through the window. We're like thieves. We've come to we're casing the place out. Just think as well, if you've only recently started playing it within the last month, if you want to get your money and your levels up quickly, New Zealand red deer hunting using my red deer guide. I mean, in no time at all, you'll get over 1 million in the bank for the game. Okay, we're walking around the outside of the lodge, so if you want to recreate this at home, that tall vase onto the top of there where the invisible wall is, and then you can walk straight out. Okay, let's begin the hike. No, we're good. There's no compass, there's no weapons. Actually, I suppose... Oh no, I think it's blank, isn't it? Let's just check the phone. I can't draw the phone out, that's okay. Can't put weapons out, can't put a tent down. But we'll go through the bushes here. So they'll put like a lot of like dense woodland here, so that you can, so you can't see too far, and it covers like where we're about to go, which is fairly blank, but not blank, as you'll see once we get out of here. Yeah, I'm hiding in the bushes, Mr. Smith. Waiting to pounce. That must be where they get the crime reports from the Bounty Mary kills. Speaking of Bounty Mary kills, don't forget as well, you have the rock, paper, scissors game that I spent all the night coding. There we go, we're out into the flats. I mean, just if this was a real place that you could have a little walk around, this would be a really nice spot to have a little walk in. And Mr. Smith started it.
A Smith 501 wants to bouncy with happy_cat_lady. Is all set to marry a Smith 501 and are going to kill happy_cat_lady. So, happy cat lady, you've pulled, if only briefly. That's an interesting set of names, Mr. Smith. So as we move back, we can't see the lodge. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing else in this landscape. At least not of what I've explored. If I could get a quad out, we would cover every single inch of this. Yeah. Well, something like that, Mr. Smith. Sounds like your look, happy cat lady. Out into another open section. I assume when they generate the map, they must have like sets of trees must just be like randomly populated when they initially lay the map out. Unless if we could get into the sky, maybe they spell something. But we're going to keep on heading in this direction. I was like, your loving was too much for me, happy cat. I had to abandon you in the raft. Thinking of raft-based games, what was the raft game that you were playing a little while ago? Because happy cat, it wasn't raft. It was a. I can't remember what it was because I can't. What were the name? I'm trying to remember what the name of all like the sharks and the creatures as well that were constantly attacking you. I don't know if I missed the final battle with that one. I might have had to nip into town. We're getting further and further away here. Stranded Deep, that's the one. Whenever I walk past these, does anyone else just sing like horseshoes out the corner of their eye? Because it was that one, and there was the slime one where you were committing heinous crimes against chicken kind. Oh, why, Wild Fox? Thank you for the sub over on YouTube. I didn't know what the hell that sound was for a second there. Thank you for the follow over on the YouTubes. Further. I'd love to. I'm not doing it on stream unless you like really want to drive yourselves mad. I will explore every direction. I'll cover this whole map like a grid to see if there is anything on it. I'll not put you guys through it. We're going to walk to the edge and then we're going to walk to the corner, and then that will actually break the game. That's the plan. And then we're going to go to what's the default map called? Not the German one, but the other, because you get the two maps as default, and it's not the German one, it's the other one. We're going to go to that one anyway, and we're going to try to get on top of there's one mountain that I completely forgot that one of my goals was to get on top of it. It's one of the few mountains that I haven't been able to get myself up on top of, and I haven't gotten back to it for ages, but there's still a few. I think there's like 3 different angles that I haven't tried yet, but we'll need to sort our inventory out before we even try it though, because I'll need at least 2 tents. I won't need any weapons, but we'll take something anyway, just for the comedy. we'll take the 6mm. I think as well, the DLC. Oh, I'm pressing 1, like the gun's going to come when we're in the lodge. But the 6mm that was in one of the DLC packs, you can also unlock a single shot, and the single shot is really good for learning patience in the game, because you get 1 shot before you have to reload, so you've got to make sure that shot counts. That's probably why I remember like put them down so quickly. And it's such volume now because I spent so much time with that single shotter. I killed Cuddles the squid. That was it. Then finished the game. Because it must have been the squid that you were fighting. Because I think it was would have been myself and Steve were in the chat trying to say, like, can you try this to do it? Can you try that to do it? Yeah, it's just Slime Rancher. That's the one where you did the unspeakable. You sacrificed chickens. Was that afternoon stream confirmed? Yeah, an afternoon stream. Is that where we're going to go and do this map like a grid? I mean, it's 3 kilometers across. I don't know how long it's taken us to walk to the boundary right now, but I mean, just for a walk, this place is it's just nice. I would love to go for a stroll in this sort of area, but we're almost at the place, because you'll notice things are kind of like stopping. Then, you know, the grass has been trimmed, and we've now reached the world border. I did post some pictures of this last week on Discord. Don't worry, we will be Mr. Smith. But what I would like to do is, because last time I came here, it was this exact spot, because I walked in a straight line from the gate, and I dived off, and it locks up the game. But what I'd like to do is walk to the corner now that we're here. So we're gonna travel up the side here. And then we'll take that leap. It shouldn't take overly long, but plus as well, we can see if there's anything in this. Ooh, floating rocks. Make sure I'm not going to fall off the edge here just by going through the bushes. How dare you harm those chickens? I've made it my mission to make all the slimes vegetarian. I should think so too. I haven't got binoculars, but I can get a little bit of a zoom in here with the camera. What's your... Is she back on the Red Dwarf again? Oh. There must be some kind of, like, partition here. Let's photograph it. Like, this is like photographing like a research expedition that we're going on here. I thought it was Wednesday that Ada talked about Red Dwarf all night. For those that don't know, Wing Zero, Six Wheeling, and the other new followers as well there tonight. Ada is our insane AI bot. That's been a work in progress now. I've been working on it since this November 2021. Is that when I first brought her online? What year are we in now? We're in 23. Yeah, it must have been, because it was towards the end of there. Yeah. She's been causing insanity for how long? I'd have to say the White Hole episode where they get stuck in a loop and have to do the same thing for like 10 minutes. Is that the one where they played pool with the planets, or am I getting mixed up with another one? I'm not sure where I would pick my like favourite episode. Did you watch years ago the BBC did a Red Dwarf night, and it was the Red Dwarf night was hosted by Patrick Stewart, and there was all different shows and stuff. I think we're getting to the corner here. And they had like daft quiz shows and stuff like that, and like behind the scenes stuff. They got Patrick Stewart did like the things at the beginning and end of each of them, because Craig Charles did it on the Star Trek night for one of the anniversaries for Star Trek. That was in the late 90s though, and they put everyone's. They said what everyone's favorite episode. I would disagree with. I mean, it's an alright episode, but I wouldn't put it as the top one. And it was the one where they, the Spare Squid one. I wouldn't rate that as the top one. I'd probably put like back on like the classic Red Dwarf, the early seasons. I would probably have put some of their episodes higher than that on the chart. But it looks like we've reached the corner of the world. Let's get some screenshots. Oh, can I get this right? This with my this is no good for you guys, but on my ultra wide screen, I can see that and that in the same in the same screenshot. But there you have it, everyone. That is the corner of the world where you're not supposed to be out of bounds in the corner of the wild. I'd say it was a good episode, but my favourite is the Polymorph 2. Yeah, exactly. When you got, well, I suppose Dwayne Dimbley was in that episode as well, wasn't he? Because that's who he'd become. Okay. Because was that the one where they were both standing in the airlock, and like him as Ace Rimmer said that he was going to snap the cat's neck when he wasn't looking, so he didn't have to feel didn't have to like worry about the decompression. It comes back a handful of times. There's a cat knocking. Yeah, exactly. Where's the cat knocking everything off the edge? Well, we're going to get knocked off the edge here because we're going to jump over the side. Can I get a... Oh, if I had a quad bike. Right, here we go. We're going to get consumed by the darkness. Whee! And that's it. We're now consumed by the darkness. There is nothing I can do. That's it. I can't press the start. None of the menu buttons work. It's stuck in loading. The little loading icon is keep popping up in the corner of the screen because there's no death box here to tell the game that you need to be teleported back. Cats have a compulsion to push things off the edge. Exactly. There was someone had like a daft video where they it was the cat pushing something off the edge, and then they showed like the owner like mangling something or doing something like, and the cat, and then the next clip they showed the cat pushing the object closer off, like away from the edge. Okay, I'm just going to put the bouncy screen up because I now need to... Uh-oh. That's a problem. Oh, Alt-Tab's still working, that's alright. Need to force close the game because there's no way out of it once you do that. Need to do that. Maximize the window. And bring you back. And just like that, Dr. Ravenholm is no more. If it's broke Raven, just blame me. It's but we're back. That's it. Once you jump over the edge when you're out of bounds, that's it. You're not getting anywhere else. One thing I'm going to try, just 1 second, select reserve. We're going to jump over to Leighton Lakes, and then we're going to jump out of Leighton Lakes. Okay. Yeah, exactly. The game just had a meltdown. Because you're not supposed to be there, so the game doesn't know quite what to do. On the corner of the screen, or you know how you can see this little diamond shape on the, like above Roasty in the corner of the screen? That little kind of like diamondy shape on the other side when the game is trying to load and it can't figure out where to like recover you to or anything like that. Right, I'm gonna jump over to... Cause I've only been on this map once, but I'm curious to know if I can break this map that we're gonna jump over to now. I haven't tried it, so we're gonna try an experiment to see whether or not we can figure out a way to get out of bounds on this map. What could possibly go wrong? Exactly, where do I put player? Player does not exist. Right. I don't have anything in this lodge. This is the lodge that they give you for free now, but you can only put certain animals in certain slots, so it's like a trophy lodge. But I'm curious to know if we can get out of bounds here, where is the limit? I mean, although those mountains could be one of the game tricks they do is those are actually miniature and they're elsewhere. I don't know if we can get out. Oh, I'm stuck already. I don't know if we can get out of bounds on this map, or at least I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it right now. Would probably be the better phrase. I will do it. It's just a question of when. But we'll take a little walk around the entire perimeter, and I'll see what I can see, what I can nudge. See, the invisible wall is actually away from the fence here. Now, can I get anything? Can I get anything out of that beam that's sticking out of there? I could maybe latch onto that bit of wood. Let's keep walking up here. How big the Satisfactory map as well. That is huge. I mean, I spent a whole Sunday afternoon walking around in a huge circle from like where my base is all the way up, like past the oil places, running power lines all the way around the outside of the map so that I could hook up all of the geothermal plants. Now, how tall do we think the invisible wall is? Depends how lazy the game developer is. If they've been really lazy, there may just be, because this is quite a straight fence, it may just be one huge invisible wall here. What can we do? The same thing. Yeah, it took a good while to get around. Oh, I think we couldn't glitch under it, could we? We still can't get up close to the fence here, so we need to find somewhere where there's an object that we can fiddle with. See, the lodge is quite the distance away. This one's going to be a tricky one. I don't think we'll do this one today, but I just want to have a quick spy just to be sure. Oh, there's a tree here. Oh, and a rock. There's a rock. Oh, now I'm stuck. There's more rocks over there as well. Now the question is, has the developers sort of thought now this rock is really close to here because it's quite an obvious one, whereas we used a vase to glitch ourselves out of the savannah safari map. Can I get into that tree? Ooh. Might be able to sit on a branch if I get in a tree branch. Right, let's just test how. Right, the invisible wall is about there. I'm pointing with my eyes here. Right, we can get into the tree. Oh, we slid down before I could jump. Alright, let's just try that again. Oh. I feel like we're getting kind of close. Does this tree have a hit? Does this branch have a hitbox? This one here might not, you know. Can I walk through that? One of those branches may be like in like no clip mode. Let's have a little spy over these bits here as well. It could be an easier tree. Right, that's as far as we went before. Oh, what about that tree? Speaking of the game, some of the trees in the game you can walk straight through. Some of the trees have mass. Oh, that might be promising. Question is, where do they become like non-corporeal? Oh, just slipped. What do we reckon that we're going to be able to accomplish this one? Uh-oh. Ah, we may be stuck. We're stuck under a branch. Back around again. mean, if we don't get this one, it's not a problem. I will work on it between the next 2 weeks before we do the next Hunter stream to see what would be the best way. They're such small branches that if you over jump, you fall down the hole again. Back it up, turn around. Because the invisible walls on the other lodge weren't that tall. Apart from that, the pool one was quite tall on the pool, but the one on the outer border was really low. It's kind of like that branch there. In fact, right, so that's kind of there is where the branch loses its cohesion. Now, if we could have tents, it wouldn't be a problem because there's places on some of the maps where I put a tent through a wall to to get inside of them. Because we did that on stream last year. Oh, for a brief moment I thought maybe there. Let's get back in that tree branch. Keep missing it. Then we kind of like slide down it. Okay, we're up the tree. Let's go back up to that other tree for a moment. Shame the roof isn't closer, because we might have been able to find a way to climb over the to climb off the roof and jump and jump off the thing. Right, that tree there is definitely going to be a no-go. I wonder if they have put the invisible wall quite tall on this one. Thinking that there might be some nutter that might actually try and do this. Don't know who that could be though. Right, we're in this tree here now. Anything else over here? Nope. See, if only we could get... If we get a quad, we could probably... Actually, there's ways you can glitch a quad as well. To get over certain things. Because the thing you can do where you can launch yourself 100 feet up by exiting the quad in particular angles. Especially if there's like levels of an overhang. An overhang one you can... Because it thinks you're supposed to exit on the highest point, which is above. Yeah, this would definitely require a lot more experimentation, I think. But I will figure out a way to breach this one. The real tricky one is going to be the other map, the other one, because there's no outside. It's a completely indoor structure. So on the other one, I'll have to figure out a way to breach the walls. No, we're not getting out that way, I don't think. Well, it's not easily. There wasn't anything on the other side either. This is the only spots where there's anything close to the edge that we could use on this map. I bet that branch doesn't exist. Nah. See, there's only certain branches are technically there. The rest of them are all transparent. I wonder if there's anything broken on this tree. That we could use to climb higher. See, now we are getting quite stuck in there. All right, I'll come back to that one. Yeah, this one will be a lot more difficult. Because you're a prisoner in here. So we'll need to find a way to glitch and clip through the wall. So we're going to maybe crouch and force ourselves out. I doubt there'll be any windows in here that might be open. Oh, I can't get close enough on that one. See, this will be the really difficult one. At the corner of the building. I bet there's nothing on the outside of here as well. There'll not be any. There might not even be any textures on it. It might come outside and it might be completely transparent. Ooh, I never even noticed the outside before. So I guarantee you, if we walk into that lake, the game won't know what to do. Are we upstairs here? Oh, we are upstairs. Evening, Samwise. You join us investigating if we can break the hunter. Well, we already have, but you know, we're trying to do it a bit more. These windows you can get really close to, unlike the other windows. I'm wondering if we can get inside of the fireplace. Because if we can glitch our way through the fireplace, we might be able to get into the crouch position, and it might push us through the outer wall, and then we might be able to stand up on the other side of it and drop ourselves out into the onto the grass. What sort of mischief you been causing today there, though, Samwise? I still think these corners are a good shot. Potentially. What's that? Looking for excuses not to do any garden work, are you? Yeah, you don't want to do any garden work. No, nobody wants to do that. Gotta see what this place looks like from the other side. What was that? I know she's working on the pool. I wonder if that's the only external textures. Yeah, doing the hot tub one, are you? It's been a couple of months since we did a hot tub stream, hasn't it? Gotta be a way glitching out of here to explore that. Only Sam's. Oh, can I get on top of that lamp? No. And you'd be like, is that in the picture? You'd be like holding up a potato. I still haven't got around to doing that for the on screen bit. Oh, hang on, we've glitched behind the table here. Oh, we may be completely stuck. Evening, Gary, and welcome in. There will be somewhere where we can glitch through the walls. There has to be. This one will be the most difficult one to break, I reckon. What sort of trouble have you been causing today there, Gary? I did enjoy your hot tub stream a couple of months ago. Still have my pictures to prove it. Yeah, everybody's arrived apart from... actually, I need to go to the post office because Easy Guys just vanished. So I need to get the post office to refund that, and then I'll have to manufacture another one. Add that onto me list of things to bloody do. Oh, what about these plants? Might be able to use these plants to glitch us out the windows.
Haha, Gary!
Who you been burying down the docks today? We'll definitely return to this map to Like I said, I'll do it off stream to see if I can figure out a way to glitch us out of the frame on here and get us. I want to go for a walk around that lake. If you could have a gaming superpower, what would it be? Questions from Ada. Okay, what I might do is, I'm just going to do a quick recap on this map before we go and do the other thing. Oh, 2 seconds, I'm sliding off my chair again. Oh. Hashtag blame Chrissy. You'd have your cyberware from Cyberpunk. I'm looking forward to playing that one. Right, so if anyone wants to glitch this map and get out of bounds, so when you start there, you're jumping on top of here, and you're out. Now, we've already walked all the way to the corner of the world here as well, so I'm not going to repeat that. And Mr. Smith has started a mission through the gate. Exclamation mark Stargate. Join the rescue. And what was that there? Postman says something bad about Stargate. Yep, that must be it. Okay. Whilst the Stargate is loading, I'm going to jump back to the main menu. And we are going to go and try to get on top of one of the mountains that has still eluded me. But I'll show you the other mountains where they're not difficult to get to, but they're a bit frustrating. Yeah, continue. So, on this map here, the highest peak is here, I think. Oh, Lord Yu has defeated us. Fall back to the gate. Right, on this map, I'm going to first travel us up here. Because wherever I can, I leave tents. As you're on the mountain, you need to reenact the sounds. Oh no! You can sing it, Mr. Smith. But all the way up here, this is like right at the edge of the world as well. This is places where you're not supposed to go. This is like far from any like think to hunt. You know, there is nothing up here. This is just like scenery. You know, so you're not supposed to get this far. But we're now going to jump across to the next peak. Which is over here. We're also going to check our inventory while we're here as well. So if I face south, that is where I have yet to be. That bit up there. Actually, can I put a marker? So I think that must be the actual peak. Is that the tallest peak? No, that's not the tallest peak. It is mountain here. So this bit here, it's approximately right there. Also, the locks on my car auto lock when I start drive, so they would not unlock. Had to climb out through the window. I remember one time myself and
last used to work with, we'd gone out to town for one night, and we parked in Chinatown, and the only way I could get out the car was through the sunroof because the car parking spaces in that particular car park was so tight, and I was right up against the barrier, so I couldn't even open the door. I had to go through the sunroof and then use the key to close the sunroof. Let's check my inventory. Okay, we need a tent. Have I got a... Actually, how much weight have we got on? Oh, I should have enough to slap a tent on. Oh, let's sit forward a bit first. I know I've got the Magpie kit, but it doesn't really matter. I just need some tents. Oh, I've only got one tent. You no longer own the following item. No, I don't care about that. Don't care about that either. Let's go to the store. Tents. I'll buy another 2 tents just to cover ourselves. And now I'm just picturing Raven climbing out the sunroof and sliding down the windscreen. I didn't go down the windscreen. I went down the side because there was the way the car park, there was, like a girder that like runs throughout the car park, like through the level. So I was able to like use that to slide myself across and then just down the passenger side door. Let's see, inventory, portable structures. Okay, so if that's our target, what's the closest house? The closest house is here. So I have previously tried scaling this mountain on this face. No luck. What I'm actually thinking now is I'm going to try and... I'll probably be able to get a quad to about here. If we're really lucky, I might be able to get over here. It depends on where the out of bounds marker is on the map. If we can get here, though, that would be brilliant. Okay, I'm going to set a course for here. And we'll see how far we can get. We'll try and see how far we can get on the quad before we have to go on foot. Well, it'll be fun to find out tomorrow how much it's going to cost to fix. Hopefully not too much. I'm still trying to source a part for. I haven't had time to like ring the supplier I found to try and like verify whether or not that exhaust is good for my car or not. It says it is, but I don't know if I believe it. Now, which way are we going again? That way's north. Ah, that way. Oh, which way between these two hills is going to be best to go? Yeah, we'll try this way. Try a few experiments. So I've never looked at this side of the hill before. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm hoping that we can use the quad a chunk of the way at least.
I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at. I'll send the coordinates.
Right, this is the wrong gully to go down. We're going to change course. Actually, I'm going to... That looks like it'll probably be the easiest bit to go there and then manually climb up this section. Then it'll be across this peak here. What could possibly go wrong? That wouldn't have been an easy option for me on that one, unfortunately, Gary. Oh, bugger. I suppose if Gemma had been willing to help, it would have been a lot easier because she was a lot smaller. See if she could have squeezed her fake bouncies through the sunroof. Oh, come on, we're stuck on the bloody rocks here now. Come on, power. May have to get out and walk here. Just gets to a point where the quad just can't get any traction. Right. That does look a lot shallower than where we're currently standing, though. Back it up. I don't know if they changed some of the physics in the quad in the last update. I do know it doesn't drive quite the same way. Very difficult to turn it uphill. This may have been more time effective to do it on foot. Oh, hang on, we're moving again. What's in the arse end just keeps on then sliding down. Come on, turn around. No, it just wants to go downhill. Right, let's just have another look at the map then. So we're kind of almost in the shallowy bit. Yeah, it'll catch fire eventually. Samwise. Have you played this game yet, Samwise? It was free on Epic a few days ago, or it may still be free on Epic. I forget whether or not we're into the next week yet. Oh, here we go. So I want to try and take the quad as far as we can. If I can. It may get to the point where it's not worth it. Oh. Quad says no. Played it once, didn't get anything. Have to come on one of my hunts then. Guaranteed kills. Right, we'll do it on foot because the quad clearly doesn't want to go. It's like, no, I don't want to be part of your weird experiment. This is also why we have the tents, because we may be able to put the tent ahead of us and then fast travel to the tents in certain very rare locations. Like here it probably worked. Bouncy, bouncy. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Yay. You don't think the character wants to go up there either. Well, it's tough. I will get to every weird place where you're not supposed to go on every single map. It may take some time. I completely forgot to come back to this one.
And I've never tried this face before. And I know we're actually going up there, but the contour of the land sort of suggests that maybe it might be more efficient to go up this way first and then down the other side. Then back up the other side of the thing. Oh, bugger. And that happens a lot though as well, as we go through these. Let's just take another look at the map here. So you are here. So I'm wondering if I just try and set a course for there. That might be a more doable, just based on the contours anyway. Right, let's try and get a bit higher up here. So I'm still not certain how we're going to get up that bit, but we'll deal with that. Because I mean, this bit here looks really, really steep. That bit there would be okay. And I mean, I know we're heading in this kind of direction. Actually, I'm going to reset that up to there. It's this little bit here. Once we get across this bit here, we then only have to deal with this part of the mountain. Floating grass. And floating rocks. Okay, we're in the next little hole. Come on. There we go. The hills are alive with the sounds of Raven. Squawking. Oh. I miss being able to do this in real life. Before my hip went completely downhill, this is the sort of thing that I would do. Whilst of course rambling that, you know, the developer will not allow me. I will defeat the developer on this mountain. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. A little bit higher. Flip it. You can do this stuff on SnowRunner as well. Well, we kind of did. Remember, we got to the places where we weren't supposed to go when you guys last forced me to play SnowRunner. Speaking of forcing me to play things, there is another community thing. After we were chatting with JD last night, put the idea in my head of doing another hardcore Minecraft. Oh, we got a little bit higher. Might be able to put a checkpoint down. Mr. Smith, the first to contribute to the hardcore Minecraft. Now, last time I did that, like 3 years ago, we actually survived the whole stream. We did a lot of hiding under the ground as well, like, but you know, in our like 2-block hole. Come on. So close to the next flat bit. So close. Oh, look at that. We made it. We made it to the next stage. Do I put a checkpoint down? Can I put a checkpoint down? Might not be flat enough for a checkpoint. Okay, let's keep going. So we're one step closer to that hill as he turns around and walks this way. So what sort of mischief he's all got lined up for tomorrow then? What sort of acts of terrorism are you getting yourselves into? Oh, we're making some nice progress up this little bit here now. I think you know my plans. Also, you're going to be continuing your recordings of The Sound of Music, where you're going to be playing, where you play all the roles. I don't want to go that way because I know I'll slide down, so let's go this way a bit. I have a day of boring in a safe pass course. What sort of course is it you're doing? A safe pass, is that like something to do with speeding? Oh, look at that. Tiny bit of snow. We're almost on top of this next bit though, and I can put a tent down, I think. If there's a tree there, surely I can put a tent down. Maybe it's not. It might be a bit steeper than what I thought. So it'll be like things like don't stand underneath a cement mixer sort of thing. Oh, checkpoint. We've got a checkpoint down. So when it all goes tits up, we can return to this location at least. And okay, so now we're on top of here where these trees are. So we'll go down and then back up to that peak, put another checkpoint down, and then we can always beam back over to the other tent and pick it up. Yeah, but I don't know why I need it. It depends on what they're doing at the college. They're not like they're doing like building a new wing or something like that, and they've got to have all the health and safety people out to teach everyone to not walk under ladders and not to use paint tins as shot puts and stuff like that. It's quite a nice spot up here as well. This is the sort of place I come for a picnic. Okay, this will give us a vantage point as to how we could possibly get across there as well. As I haven't looked at this terrain at all, so I don't know what we're entirely walking into, but it looks problematic, I would say. That way is a no-go. But if we can skirt around that way and get up there, I think we'll be another chance. See if I can find a spot for a tent. I'm sure the ground will be okay here. Oh, hang on. I saw a pixel. A pixel where it went white. Alright, it's just... You think here would be a good enough spot? Ah. There we go. Right, let's jump back over to the previous tent and pick it up. Because I've only got 3 tents, so we're going to have to, like, relay them back and forth as we go. And it's the Matty. Welcome in there, mate. What mischief have the two of you been causing today? We are breaking the Hunter tonight. Well, actually, we've done the breaking of the Hunter. And now we are trying to go where we're not supposed to be. And looking at the contour of the map, see, it depends on when we go out of bounds. Best behaviour today. You haven't been drinking the serum then? That turns you into him. So I bet if it doesn't go out of bounds, I think we're better off going here. If we're still inside of the map here, I think we'll be able to walk over to here, cross here, and then quad bike up this flat. Well, this smooth bit anyway. And then get to here, and then we just do the jumps on this exact ridge going up. Run out and need to make some more. Right, oh, that's where we're going for that flat bit over there. Right, let's have a little think about how we're going to zigzag up there. I wonder if we should have got a quad. It looks like it's a almost sheer, but when we're there, it might be okay. Oh no, I didn't have a gun out. I forgot all about that. Hashtag blame Chrissy. Hey, which way can we go? Didn't we do that last time as well? I think Relentless redeemed one of the fire ones, and we did. Actually, I've seen that. I haven't even tested it to make sure that Ada was still going to pull the trigger for me. But what I'll do is, well, at the end of the stream, I'll refund the 1,500 because they're never going out. Oh, you're going to see if the penguin gets killed.
It's _the_ Matty wants to bouncy with a Smith 501. Is all set to marry a Smith 501 and are going to kill Mayhem _Bedlamite.
No, Mayhem gets killed in that one, and Mr. Cowboy, welcome in there, mate, and thank you for the lurk. We're currently trying to get on top of this peak, as I'm determined to get to all the places that you're not really supposed to be. But welcome in there, mate. This side bit here is not as difficult as what I thought it was going to be. Was it? You got enough points. Didn't even think about it, Matty. You put, but up we go. Oh, speaking of which, I did get your message afterwards, Mr. Smith, and I rebooted the... Well, I rebooted the server, and I also ran its update as well, just to make sure that everything was all up to date and what have you on it. In case I don't know what you guys were having like, a problem with it, but just in case like one of the mods might have been out of date or something daft like that. And Craig David, welcome in there, mate. Hashtag sacrifice Craig David. What mischief are you getting yourself up to there, mate? Oh, look at that, we've done it. We've got to another flat piece. I messaged him as well this afternoon just to say that I had rebooted it because you were having some sort of bother.
Samwise Gamgelotta wants to bouncy with a Smith 501. Is all set to marry Gary D. Steele, and are going to kill happy_cat_lady.
No, not happy cat lady. She's only just recovered. Fast travel. Not complaining. Taking out the competition. You be wanting to kill Ada though, Samwise. Let's have a little look. Which is going to be our best bet, do we think, for going? I'm going to try going straight up, but I think we'll probably have to go along here and then follow that up over. I think that's going to be the easier route. I think this way would be too awkward. I'm going to set a new course for over here. And we'll see how we go. But we have that checkpoint. We can always come back to that tent if it all goes, or when it all goes tits up. Just going to put the bit... Oh, I do that tonight. It's the cardboard recycling tomorrow morning. Because they only come once a month for any of them. And this year they asked for more money so that to pick up the garden waste. Bloody council tax Robin gets. Like the road tax. When are they going to? Our street here is you think like there's been mines have gone off on it. With the size of all the bloody potholes. And every hour as well, one of the buses drives through here as well. Narrow road with all those parked cars. It's like, why? If I was driving, I would hate having to come along this street with a bloody big bus. Oh, look at that. We'll be able to get straight up that ice to the next area of the peak. I was going to get the quad, but I don't think I want to risk it. The quad might... Maybe go down the quad. Was that they're just giving themselves more issues with people not using the garden rubbish bins? They will. Yeah, I mean, apart from that as well, like I said, it's once a month. I've been arguing for years that we need a bigger bin because we've only got the small bin, and that might have been fine for when the landlord lived here. But for us, because we've got the extra waste because of the chickens, so because they won't give us a bigger bin, they keep on coming up with bullshit excuses for it. Like at the start of the pandemic, they said, "Oh, we're not giving anyone bigger bins because of COVID." And I was like, "Well, that's bullshit because more people are working from home, so that means more waste is generated from home. Therefore, you need a bigger bin." And they just wouldn't. They stopped like responding to us. So what I'm doing now is in the garden rubbish bin, all the girls' straw and everything like that from the coop, it's all going in there. Because I don't do gardening. But if they're not willing to give us the bin that we've asked for, I'm going to take advantage of the other bin, especially since they're charging all that extra money for it now. Yeah, common sense for the council doesn't mix. It's like the estate agent, which like manages our like rental here. The only place that gets me angry is Martin & Co. because of the just absolute levels of incompetence and dreadful customer service. Last time, I refer to their contractors as cowboy contractors because they are. They're cowboy traders because they're cheap and they're crap. And they're like, "Don't you speak about our contractors? We use these for years." And I was like, do you want us to go through the list of all the incompetent and bad things that they've done? and they don't like it. It's like there's one of the electricians. I've outright banned him. I said, "You'll never step if he comes up to the front door, I'll be telling him to fuck off." After the last time he was here, I mean, he already cost us a television because he faffed around and he blew up my bloody television. Oh, 2 seconds, I'll be back over there. And then the last time he was here, he then bled all over the place and he refused to oh, wrong button. Actually, it's getting dark, we should probably sleep. Goodbye, 10. He refused to acknowledge that I was trying to tell him, "You're bleeding everywhere, blood coming all out of his hand and what have you." I don't know what the hell he done. And he got blood on every door handle, all up the banister going up the stairs. The detector head that he was here to replace, which he couldn't figure out how to work, that had dried up blood, finger marks, like handprint on it. Oh no, there's nothing wrong. He's a brilliant electrician. They call it Martin and Bloody Co. But yeah, I wonder why Martin and Co has all those 0-star reviews. Oh, they get me so angry. It's like the rare occasion where you'll actually see me angry is when I'm dealing with Martin and Co. Oh, can I get up here? But definitely hashtag blame Chrissy. What's the Samwise? Such language. Yeah, it's Samwise. Martin Co brings it out of me. It's just like I tell them, you can't argue with stupid people. Especially with likes of Martin & Co. They're in the category of so stupid they don't actually comprehend how stupid they are. And lots of I suppose like say in the US, you would classify them as Republican. No, it's never good to put the bins out whilst wearing PJs in the rain. Oh yeah, we've had bad weather here today. I was watching Happy Cat this afternoon, and it started all the thunder and what have you, and it was like it must have been right above her, and I had to I turned everything off and flicked the main supply off for a bit. It's not worth the trouble. As much as like we're saying this afternoon, there we've got surge protectors. I mean, I've got like a big huge battery backup, so that
power for this computer here goes through a big battery pack before it even gets to there. So if something was to blow, the battery pack would blow first. Obviously, that would cause lead acid to explode everywhere, which could be exciting. Argument video only proves there are two. Yeah. It's like when I worked at the hotels, we got a new assistant manager. He had no qualifications, no skills. His only skill was brown nosing, because he used to work like on the phones at head office, but he brown nosed to get a management job in the hotels. Completely useless. And I took one like look at him and his attitude and everything. And I turned around because he was like spouting off all this bollocks and what have you about, oh, this should be all ran like this. And it's like, kid, you've got no clue what you're talking about. And I turned around to him on his first time working with me, and I says, mate, I've got no time for time wasters, and you're a time waster. And from that day, he did everything he could to try and get me sacked. He used to make up like bullshit stories. He used to try and get other managers to, like, one manager even got to write a letter saying like how abusive apparently I was to her, and how I was doing. The first line read was, everything was going perfectly fine until night shift came in. It was so funny. I was like pissing myself laughing because there was on her, because she didn't last, and her final day there was a stag group, and she went outside for a smoke, and one of the people from the stag group opened the room's window and peed out of the window onto her, and I was like, that's just perfect. Exactly what a lying scumbag like her deserved. I had an argument with someone at Comet once, ended by them saying, I give up. I can't dumb myself down enough to the steward to make you understand. Yep. Oh, I met so many customers that we had like that. You had to call them customers as well. That we weren't allowed to call them guests in the hotel, because a guest makes them have a slightly different legal definition of them staying. So we always had to refer to them as customers, because a guest implies you want them there. Oh, we've made it to the next peak. I'm going to put a checkpoint down here, and then we'll go back and retrieve the... Oh, should we retrieve the previous tent? Yeah, we're going to have to retrieve the previous tent. Then we'll beam over here. We might actually make it to this peak, you know. It's only taken an hour. I used to work for a well-known bingo place years ago. It was the same. I got into a relationship with a supervisor that ended badly. It was downhill after that. Everything, every tiny thing. Yeah, I just re just re saying that. There was when I was at the city centre one, there was a different assistant manager, because you used to go through them all the time. I mean, she only stayed for about 6 months, but the way the rotas worked, I didn't bump into her for the first 2 weeks that she worked there, and all the other lasses were telling me that she was like a tyrant and what have you, and like Natalie and the others had left the desk, and they were like locking themselves in cupboards and crying because of the way that they were being treated with her. So after the 2 months, when I finally like bumped into her one night, the first like conversation I had with her, I says, basically, I can't remember exact words now because it's like 15 years ago, but it was basically along the lines of, I won't put up with any of your crap. You know, you might be able to get away with treating the other staff like that. If you shout at me, I'm going to shout at you straight back. I'm not gonna like put up with any of that sort of crap. And me and her became really good friends. after that, and she was still like mean and like what have you with all the other people. Man, can I go this way? This way might be a bit easier. No, never mind. I've fallen down the hill. Back to the tent. And all the other staff were convinced that I was having an affair with her because we got because of how well we got on. Because they all said that she was like a completely different person with me, and when I would come in, she would like say, she would say, "Oh, David, you're here. Come and come sit in the office with us," and we would just go and sit in the office and have a cup of tea. Do you have any red? Well, if we get some time later on, Gary, we may have a go at getting some red deer. They're very elusive. We haven't managed to get a single one yet. Why am I not surprised to hear she loved Raven? There was a few of them that I got on alright with. I say that the good ones didn't last because unfortunately the incompetent ones had the fast track to promotion. And there was one thing as well, one of the many managers we had, I humiliated him at a meeting with a woman from head office that came down to see like what all the grievances were, and there was like a meeting where all the staff were there, and I couldn't be there because I'd done like a almost like 20-hour shift across 2 different hotels, so I wasn't awake, but I did write a letter, and one of the other members of staff, Shirley, she didn't care. She just she would read my letter word for word. So I trusted her with it. And one of the complaints that I made in this like essay was rate of pay based on breast size, because the amount of time that I'd been there and the amount of work that I did, and all the accountings that I used to do, and I used to be the bookings manager as well for the area, and yet the girls with the big boobs, they would just bat their eyelids, and they would get pay rises left, right, and centre. And then every time I said, "Well, where the hell's mine? I'm the one doing all the bloody work," they would say, you need like if you want more money, we'd have to give you more responsibilities. I'm like, what, more than what I'm already doing? After many years, I finally got. Can I put a tent here? After many years, I finally got a pay rise out of them. And then when minimum wage went up, they didn't increase my wages to match. So the money that I got extra then started to get less and less. So I said, well, if it's because they started going, oh, if you wanted more, we'd have to. Yeah, there was another fella called Tony. His would rise with it. It was just me, because obviously the district manager, that said was a waste of space, was refused to sign off on it. So the more and more that minimum wage went up, and my wage didn't go up, the less and less I did on shift. So it's like, well, this was my list of responsibilities. You're not paying me to do like these. You're not giving us that extra money for all that extra responsibility. So I'm just going to read my book. Yeah, don't work for the travel hall, anyone. Don't stay at the travel hall. They clean the cups in the same sink that they tip the mop bucket out in from the toilets. So, if you really have to stay there, I would say bring your own cup, but I wouldn't use the kettle either, to be fair. Well, how am I going to get up this bit? Bouncy, bouncy. So we can take hotel stories off the bingo card for tonight. Oh, come on. If I can get around onto this green bit here, we might have a chance of getting up the next bit. Oh, there we go. You've got to time your jump and you walk forward just right when you're trying to get to places that you're not supposed to be.
I mean, this still might not be the right side to go up. But we're so close. It's the closest I've ever gotten to this peak yet. Just use the helicopter. Yeah, we get at the top and there's a helicopter waiting to take us down. That reminds me of when I was in Sky and I climbed up the... Oh, shit. No. I climbed up the Old Man of Stowe. Climbed up it and then got on the top, and then on the other side, so it's like 10, 15 meters like in between before like the other side, and on the other side was a nice gentle path. Right, 2 seconds. We'll pause it because that button only puts the bingo card up for a second. B for bingo. Let's put it up on screen. So we've got the Squeaky Bottle King. There's the top one. Bouncy Bouncy. Chicken Story. The next one, I believe, because we made this like 3.5 years ago, and I can't remember all the different things on it exactly. I think the next one is what's the Nightbot logo, but I think that was when a bot went tits up. You have quiz time because we used to do regular quizzes, so we jump out of the game and we'd do some trivia cards. Stargate, of course, the next one, and the next one is it's Chrissy's fault. With a picture of was that Nigel from Red Dwarf or something like that? If you remember, that was in the prison series, because that's what we used to joke was Chrissy's face reveal. You know, where like Holly shows him the image and he goes, "I'm Nigel, I'm nice." he says he's like, he's a really lovely fella, but he does get a bit knocked if you go too close to him with a magnet. Next we have the Wolf School of Driving, which is, I suppose, is now evolved into Flippets and Mangoes, because Wolf doesn't really well, ever since Wolf like Spice done me out, he's not really joined us that much. He abused his mod power and banned somebody that he was having an upset with, and then he took a tantrum and walked out. The next one is Low Health. The ammunition on the row below is low ammunition. For when we're doing, you know, the tradition of playing FPS games with like we were doing through Half-Life, and we did like an entire stream with 3 rounds of ammunition because we had no ammo and we kept on dying. We have Isaac Clarke, because if we have to Isaac something, it means that we're doing like a trivial task that the character that give us could have done it. Because Isaac Clarke has to do all of the work for everybody whilst the rest of them all stand around not contributing. So that's when you have to do a mission which could have been easily delegated to somebody else. What could possibly go wrong? Setting things on fire, of course. Loading screens. Because when I started streaming, we did Half-Life, and we did the whole Half-Life series. And one of the trivia things we had doing was count the loading screens, and Royalty got it within like 2 loading screens for the entire series. The next one, the stopwatch, is Time Trials. The next one below is Happy Jumps, which when we played Alan Wake, one of the things I kept on doing was pressing the wrong button and it made Alan Wake do a little tiny hop, so that was a little happy jump. We have T, of course. The dead one, there is touching up a corpse. As is tradition, we have to touch up a corpse. The next one is books or movie references. I think the next one was for trivia. On the bottom row, we have Putt Putt, because Chrissy hated the Putt Putt games, so we used to make him watch them. You have Hotel Stories, Plum Shots, Technical Issues with the cable being broke, and the final one is Flags, because it was a joke that when we did Assassin's Creed, which was I couldn't help myself. I didn't need to get the flags, but we got the flags, and we used to go like, flags? What flags? What are you talking about? And yeah, I really need to like overhaul the bingo card and make a fresh one for us. I'll just press that there, and then actually I'll press the bingo button again.
it should clear it off screen for us there. Yeah, because we did Plum Hunters, and that's what we called our what do you call it, series? Where's my thingamajig here? Ah, there it is. When we did what was the game called? Sniper Elite. Yeah, I know it's a cherry, but it's the closest thing that I could get that made it look like what it's supposed to look like. Oh, there we go. The next one. Oh yes, that one. Let's set someone on fire. Just want to watch the world burn. You can cross off burning and movie references. 2 for 1. Speaking of movies and TV shows, is anyone watching what the hell do you call it? The latest season of The Witcher? Oh my god, there's 5 episodes on Netflix at the moment, and we've watched 4 in a bit. We've got the last 15 minutes of the 5th one to watch. So far, I'm not going to rate it very highly. It feels more like Game of Thrones now than what I would think to see in The Witcher. They've now gone full on politics for 4 episodes. That's what it feels like. Can we get around this way? Oh no, it's even steeper. I'm just going to let myself respawn if I can. There we go. That gave us a little bit better view of the cliff face, though. After that bombshell last night, was it last night or the night before, when you haven't watched the original series? What we're going to do with you? Oh, can we get up there? Oh. Alright, this is definitely an awkward bit. Maybe... No, that's too steep. If I can get onto where the cursor is there. I might have a chance. Time those jumps. No, I thought maybe. It's like Everest with all the bodies scattered all over it. Oh, I just saw in amongst all that as well there. PH Gaming, welcome in there as well. Oh, you've been keeping yourself out of trouble? We did lines with T-shows about 15 years ago.
I got so angry when found out X Factor was. Oh, you don't watch reality TV shows, do you? Oh, we're gonna have to have words. There's one thing I cannot do is reality TV shows. Because I mean, what do you got? What was that one you said there? The X Factors, and is that the singing one? Because they do a singing one, they do like a talenty one, they do there's like a dancing one. That dancing one, I had the misfortune of having to watch a couple of episodes of that, and it was just awful. And you got all the people. The thing that I always like to highlight in that one is splat. The thing I like to highlight in that one is you got all the people in the audience and what have you, and the people that are doing whatever their little dances that they're doing in front of you, and then people are like randomly applauding, and it's like, yeah, I'm watching like the people moving, and like everyone's like all together sort of going ooh, and it's like I'm looking at it, I'm like, you people don't have a clue what's going on, and they're not doing anything particularly interesting. You're just following the cue cards that the stage manager's making these all make noises at particular times. It's like watching an Apple conference. Those things are like something you'd expect out of like Germany pre-World War II. With the whoop man at the front, which is forcing everybody to go at pointless things. I thought it was obvious the X Factor was fixed. Most of them are. Yeah, every single one of those is all going to be rigged. Wasn't there some kind of like show where they did stupid things in the jungle as well? Wasn't that another one of these reality shows? I got dragged to see the X Factor. Oh, did you take a good book to read with you? If I got forced to go to one of those recordings, I would like, just to make the point, I would have a book and I'd be sat there reading it. Let them capture that, especially if you're in the front row. That would be amazing. Some acts were so bad they were. Well, you got comedy value out of it then, Maddie. I used to watch them. Oh wait, I tell a lie. The last time I watched TV was the Super Bowl when through the game. Used to be a huge fan of the Broncos. When I used to work the nights, occasionally we would have the American sports thing would be on. I don't follow any of the sports, but sometimes it was just something to put on in the background. I never used to, no idea what teams or anything like that were playing. But I remember sort of like vaguely half watching baseball in the middle of the night. What are you talking about? Wrestling is real. Possibly at the Olympics, but do they still do that thing? I remember when I was a kid, because I remember watching. Do you remember the cartoon that they made of the wrestlers? And it had like what was that? The Hulk Hogan's and what have you. Isn't he insane now or something? Just as a side note, he's like one of these like crazy insane Republicans or something. The wrestling one annoys me. Yes, the matches. Yeah, it's more like a stage performance, isn't it? With like slappy sort of thing. What do you mean now? Yes, I suppose he probably was always nuts, but when I was a kid, see, I knew nothing about the like obviously when I was a kid in the 90s and you saw like the Hulk Hogan bloke, I just saw him in like that and a bit of that, and
mainly the cartoons. I never watched the actual like physical performances. I just mainly remember from the cartoons. And that movie that he did with what's his name from Back to the Future, where he was an alien that came down. I remember seeing that as a kid. Oh, bugger, we've fallen down again. No. But from the 90s until last year, I think it was last year, I'd never heard anything about them. Not that I'd even looked to see anything about them, to be honest. It was just, I think it was on like I don't know if it was on like Ring of Fire or TYT, just mentioned something about them, and I'm like, oh, I remember him. Was that what it was? Suburban Commando, was that the name of it? So there's a bit where he squishes the melon and it explodes everywhere. I remember those sorts of bits. And was it, if you like wrestling, did you see the recent thing? They did a breakdown of all their famous Hell in the Cell matches back from the 90s. And I'm embarrassed that you knew. I remember clips of it, like flashes of it, like in my head of like bits from the film. The very end of it, didn't he like blow up some traffic lights with his, as in Doc Brown, blew up some traffic lights with the ray gun that he'd left them before he went back into space. Because I'm sure he gives them that as a present when he leaves, but I can't remember what the overall plot of the film was. I can only remember like those like key bits. I remember like at the very beginning of the film, because I think I remember his spaceship. The camera view was really, really tight, so that it was basically just his head in like it must have been only like a meter wide backdrop that had. Oh shit! Wrong type of jump. And the Guff guy, welcome in there, mate. We are currently climbing a mountain. Off to bed, Mr. Smith. What a part-timer. You have a good night there, Mr. Smith. Behave yourself. Oh, just climb up there. Thank you for coming in and... Oh, bugger. Oh, I'm trying to get to a spot where I can stop and I can pause for a second. Trying to cause too much trouble tomorrow on your cyberpunks. Me behave, who do you think I am? Oh, come on, can we make that jump? But thank you for coming in, Mr. Smith, and you have a good night. Like you say, try to behave, but we all know we won't. Oh, come on. If we can get up here, this might be the final set of jumps. Right, there's a hole there. Oh, I'm across. Can I get up there? Gets a nomad and heads off into Night City. Oh, with all that the talk that we've had of Cyberpunk in recent weeks, I'm really looking forward to playing it again. Oh, bugger. We fell down. Ultimate Warrior was my favourite in the 90s. Will always be the best. Oh, bugger. Like even like with the wrestling, as I was saying there before, the closest I ever really got to it was the cartoon that they had of it. I always remember one where they were on like a riverboat or something like that. Can't remember what the plot of the episode was, but I just remember the little riverboat that I think it was like a paddle, like one of the paddle steamers, like a small one anyway. But that probably sticks in my head because I like the old paddle steamers. Oh, can I get up there?
what's it, the Gorilla Pass finisher was what they called it. I wouldn't have a clue of any of the terminology. It's like we said before, things like boxing. I don't like boxing at all, and I kind of like skim through the Battlestar Galactica episode with the boxing. I mean, yes, it's got good, like, oh, bugger, I've fallen too far. It is a good episode in the things like learn about the crew and what have you, but I just don't like the boxing scenes. Oh, come on. Just let us get up. No, we're away. We're away. Whee. Okay, let's try that again. How many times have we plummeted to our doom this evening? No, one more time apparently. Oh, that one would hurt. Yeah, so grip press slam and running splash. That sounds like something a bit. Come on. Ah, bugger. Whose idea was this again? Problem I got is I can't remember which way around it was that we went when we got as high as what we did just a few minutes ago. Let's try and... oh, never mind. Ooh, splat. Ooh, find my way out of the hole. Ah, bugger. Fingers getting sore now. No. Oh, what was it they asked you? She asked you there. If Samwise had to choose one Lord of the Rings character to be their personal trainer, who would it be and why? Yeah, it depends. I mean, Samwise would have to get you to see the Lord of the Rings first. It's one of those obscure movies. I'm not sure many folk have seen it. Was that he lifted Andre the Giant over his head? Who did that one? Of course, Off the Ropes. never heard of it yourself, is it, mate? I know it's a very, very, very obscure one. So I was stunned a little while ago. I mean, myself and JD were surprised that Frodo had heard of them before. I could say something dirty for the answer, but was trying to Oh yeah. Right, let's just try going up this side. I think this side here is too steep again. There's like one little bit that if we could make that one jump would be there, because it is a pain to get to that level, like that height. Oh, bugger. Right, let's just go back this way again. Maybe get to that bit of grass, but I think as soon as I lift, we're going down. Right, there we go. Can I get up? Can I get my feet into there? Nope. No, not back down the hill. Not back down the hill. Whose idea was this again? We were going to go and hunt some stuff on New Zealand. I don't think that's going to happen today. Just get us into that little crack. Because that bit there is an instant death if I go too far to there. Oh, come on. Nope. Nope, we're going down. We're going down. Yeah, hit us with the bouncy version, Samwise. Right, we survived this bit of the drop. Let's just go up here a little bit and see if there's anything else that might suit us from this angle. Nah, I think this bit here is a no-go. What, and you couldn't with like a Gimli or anything? It's not spelled Frodo. Is this a 3D version of that game with the guy that couldn't climb a mountain with a oh, bugger. Let's beam back over to the tent. Yeah, it's a 3D version of last night's. Oh, what was it called again? It's either Jump King or Jump Knight or something like that. But I think everyone should have that game in their library. Oh, come on. Bouncy, bouncy. No. Come on. A little bit higher. Get us around that nudgy bit. Alexa, turn off lamp. Speaking of physical house, he was trying to pull a fast one the other day, trying to say he was ill. Can I get a full day's work out of him? You know, that rocket fuel has to be delivered. My throat's not been doing too good today. I can definitely feel it in my voice this evening. He was coughing all last night. I haven't talked to him today yet, so not sure. If he, see what condition he's in. Oh, which way are we going to get up this bit? Because I think we were on that rock there before when we slipped. But which way did we go to get up there? The jumping Mandalorian. That's definitely what that game is now. Is the Mandalorian without his jetpack? Oh, don't do. Ooh. That was close. Just keep telling him to stop shouting at you. Yeah, we'll slap him around. We'll give him something to be ill for. Okay. See, I think even if we can get to that bit there and we can slide across to there, I think that bit there is too steep. So let's investigate this way again. No. Oh, damn it. Okay. Hashtag blame Chrissy. Yeah, all the bad throats are going around. So as Happy Cat's throat has gotten better, mine has now decided to get worse. I have to try and soothe my throat with the midnight shreddies. I have to get a box. Have you been at the midnight shreddies tonight, Happy Cat, or was it the crumpets you were defrosting? And I hope you've made enough for the rest of the class here as well. Very slowly. Now very quickly.
War never changes.
Confidence in your body's getting rid of the dead cells from the war on the throat between the immune system and the virus. He's putting it on. Well, have a good night there, it's the Matty. You behave yourself. Thank you for coming in. We probably would have, it's because I'm determined to get up here. Because this wasn't originally what I thought we were going to be spending the whole evening on. But you have a good night there, mate. Behave yourself. And we'll catch you later on. Oh, you've had the midnight shreddies and the crumpets, Happy Cat. What's that there? What? Can't do it. What's the matter with you? From Gary. Of course it is. It's called man flu. Exactly. He's got the man flu. In the 10 years I've known him, this is the third time that he's pretended to be sick. I think COVID. Oh, did he pretend to have COVID as well? Did he? That lad, he'll do anything. Come on, wriggle our way up. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Ah. Oh, we're back on this platform. Can we get up there? You say it's so weird to say. I was like, I don't think you have seen him sick, Samwise. It's all an act. He's secretly out clubbing. He's just telling you that he's ill. Oh, can I get up there? Oh, right. I think we're a stable bit here. Still quite the view from up here, though, isn't it? What's that there from Mr. Magic? Stay naughty. Oh, a bad influence like Gary. It's guaranteed that we'll be misbehaving. Oh no! Don't fall back down there, you muppet. Oh, this has all gone tits up. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh. Find the right angle and the right timing. Oh, right, bugger. We were up onto that next ledge, but then we fell down too. Well, they wouldn't let him have any days off either, would they, when he was ill? Oh, I say some point in the last 6 months. I remember him when he wasn't well. In the even like for COVID, especially with his line of work. You know, that rocket fuel. It's like the worst possible scenario for contamination. In Frodo's line of work. Was that? Oh my! I didn't know he had man flu. Poor guy. Come on. Just let me get on that rock. Oh, we did it. I don't know how this helps us, but, but we're on this rock now. No. Oh, there we go. Yeah, with COVID, just had to wear a mask. That's it. For his line of work, his bosses want to be slapped around for oh bugger for like insisting that. Oh, am I stuck on another bit here? Oh, I've fallen too low. Oh no. We managed. We got back up. Alright, so from this rock, which is, see, if we just get to that bit there, I think we'll be relatively smooth sailing to the peak. See, we're almost at the peak. It's less than 200 meters away. don't think I could get around that way. That might be too narrow. I'll give it a bash. Nope, it didn't work. We're just getting lower and lower now. No. We're all the way back down here now. Right, which way did we go up from here? Was it on the edge of there? Bugger. No. Oh. Was that he would have gone anyway? He was only sick with his for 2 days. Was that unlike you who were out of commission for a week? How many different variations and flavors of COVID as well now is mutated? Because I know that they kept on saying that, you know, like this flavor is now available, and like this, you know, this flavor is coming out of this country, so and so on and so forth. Oh, come on! Oh, rest my fingers. My fingers are getting sore. Which way we're going? Oh, thank you so much for the raid there, mate, and welcome in. What sort of trouble were you guys getting up to tonight? I'm trying to look in amongst all the bits and bobs there to see what you were doing tonight. Oh, you were on the Paragon one tonight there. What sort of mischief have you guys been causing? Thank you so much for the raid there, mate. You are the only cog person that actually comes to say hello. But thank you so much for the raid and welcome in. I hope you guys have all been causing plenty of trouble and chaos and mayhem over there. Oh, 2 seconds. We are trying to do... we're not playing the game properly. We're doing... We've spent the day of like getting through invisible walls where you're not supposed to be, and now we're trying to climb on top of this peak where you're not supposed to get to. Up we go. But I hope you had a good night there as well. And oh, what's that, Gary, as well? New game came out. Said it was COVID lockdown for 10 days and don't tell us. Oh, bugger. Yeah, it's one of my hobbies that you're seeing, like doing daft stuff like this. I mean, I've got like tents that we can fast travel to, all these other sort of places on this map that you're not supposed to get to, but we actually broke out of one of the maps earlier at the beginning of the stream and we walked all the way to the world border and jumped off the edge. Oh, see, at the minute though, we've spent almost 2 hours climbing up this hill. I'm determined we are going to get to the top. Oh, bugger. No. And we felt our death more times than that can count. If you've not played Call of the Wild for a while, oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. Oh, well, that went tits up. There's been a lot of this sliding down the hills tonight. We've gone splat so many times. It might be easier to go back to the tent. But yeah, we're determined not... Oh, bugger. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll just go back to the tent. The quickest way. Whee!
We're so close to the peak. I mean, look at that. 170 odd meters away. Oh, hang on, what was that there, Craig David? Which probably made much worth his breathing into a heavy filter both ways, so it traps the so you'd be breathing it back in. Which propagates, inhale it straight back into his lungs. Especially out of 1900 was made much work because of that reason. If he had to wear a mask, tell him to take a few and change them multiple times during the day and chuck them out high. Alright, let's go through here though as well. Let's try again. But yeah, we were going to spend the end of the day though, after we broke out of the trophy lodges, we were going to start setting up for the Great One fallow deer, the new one, but it hasn't worked out that way. It's all got a bit screwy. Right, so thank you so much for the raid again there, and I hope you've had a good night and caused plenty of chaos. And welcome, and of course everybody as well. For those of you that might be joining us for the first time, we stream every night. Tonight is I have a Call of the Wild on Minecraft, which is what's become of Tuesday. Tomorrow will be in Middle Earth. Oh bugger. As we stumble down the hills and then go splat. Actually, what time is it in game? I'm trying to think what time will sun hit this side of the hill, so we can maybe see a bit clearer what we're doing here. Up we go. Nope. But I said we stream every night in themed-ish nights, and the schedule for the week ahead, if I can get up here. Oh, that's right, we're doing a bit of Lens Island on Thursday. We haven't played Lens Island for ages. I forgot that was on there for this week. I can't quite remember where we left off, but you can see the previous streams over on the YouTubes. Ah, bugger. We should have kept account of all these times that we've that we plummeted to our doom. My fingers are aching for 2 hours of doing this. 1200 maybe is Gary. Problem we've got as well is there's some of the the route that we got to get to that other big rock, which is the one that's almost at the level bit where it'll be easier to climb up. I can't remember what route it was that we took to get up there. Usually I'm too late to read out, because normally it'll be myself would come over to you, and then you'd be on for like another couple of hours or so into the middle of the night. But I was saying before, it's only yourself that oh bugger, that comes over to visit. I've kind of like given up on the group, to be honest. I even keep statistics of all the I keep like a log of all the raids that I do, as well, and all of the raids that I receive, and I always like flag on the occasion that I've because I've got my complete logs from when I joined COG all the way to now. And it was around about January time I sort of said to myself, you know what, I'm not going to, there's only a couple of people that I interact with, and like yourself as well, is that I will jump over to. But I mean, some of the members, I logged them all. Some of them were so rude when we raided into them. There was one guy, we raided into him. I think there were about a group of 10 of us or so. He was on zero. I raided in. He like looked up at the camera on his thing and just went, ugh, whatever, and then just went back to his game. And I was like, that was in the days when you could unhost.
And I was like apologizing to my viewers and like saying, yeah, we're not going him again. And I went on his channel a few weeks ago when I was going through my statistics, and it still shows on his screen that I was the last person that raided him, and with his attitude, I'm not surprised. But yeah, so I just gave up in the end. Majority of all my raids were to COG members and majority of my raids were to COG members up until January, and nobody. I mean, there's just obviously yourself. Occasionally Shade drops in, and Bat Metal Frosty. I think that's what he changed his name to. And like so, those three guys. Every now and again, if I spot them on, I like raiding because they're nice people. Photo Gamer used to be a member, but he left a little while ago. He changed his name again. I can't remember what he's changed his name to now. I was a bit lazy raiding to COG, and there was a Twitch drops for the Bloodhunt and most. Can you get the extra bonus things there? It's a third age. Yeah, it was Mr. Photo Gamer, then he was Sir Photo Gamer, and then it's I want to say Mr. Impatient, I think is what he changed his name to now. If it wasn't for Ada keeping track of these things, I would never know. Oh, and the ear as well. I was distracted there for a second. The ear, mate, welcome in. I hope you're not referring to me. Are you causing trouble again there, mate? That's the simple answer. Ada, did you not see the Zach King video, the back of the washer in the portal? Hi now, what did Ada ask you? It wasn't something about sacrificing socks to the god of laundrettes, was it? Oh, it is. In your opinion, Craig David, what is the most explanation for the mysterious disappearance of left socks in the universe? But for those of you that don't know, Ada is our insane AI bot that I've been working on for the past couple of years. Oh, bugger. I'm falling down here. And recently as well, I finished the rock, paper, scissors game. I finished writing it, so you can do !RPS followed by rock, paper, scissors, Spock or lizard if you'd like to play. And I'm determined at some point in the next 2 weeks I want to add some more stories to ! story time. So if you want to do a choose your own adventure, Samwise played a choose your own adventure and played, I think it was story number 3, where it was the haunted house one. If you do !COGG, I'm 30% certain it puts the link in. It hasn't been used this year, so I don't know whether or not I actually transferred the command to Ada 2.0, but if you pop it in, that'll give you a link, hopefully. Yep, I did transfer it over to Ada 2.0. There's one thing, right? One thing that you probably didn't notice it, but the way I have Ada set up is at the very start of the stream, she goes out and she pulls the list of every COG member down, and it's so that she can give a special welcome to anyone that she sees joining, even lurkers. And it also flashes the COG logo up on screen, but it's so rare that I think it's blinking and you'll miss it, because I can't even remember how many seconds it stays on screen for, because it's I never have the opportunity to test it. So it's like a blink and you'll miss it. Oh, come on, Quark, we can get on this rock. Whose idea was this again? I bet this was yours, secretly.
You subliminally sent this message saying, Dr. Ravenholm, you need to climb up this rock. But going back to what we were saying before, I hope you've had a good night there. I'm still determined. I downloaded it, but I haven't launched it yet. The Vampire, is it Vampire the Masquerade? The one that I've watched you play it loads of times, and I'm determined I'm going to have a go of it myself. So I have downloaded it because it was free on Steam. I'm determined I'm going to give it a bash. Because it always looked fun when I was when I would watch you play it. Oh, up we go. No, we're not going to do it. And what sort of mischief have you been up to as well there, the year? That's one thing I've not played for a long... Actually, it would have been this time last year when I last played the World Warship ones. It just got a bit too repetitive on that game. I know you have like all like your daily challenges and stuff like that, and I unlocked in the ships that I liked playing with. I unlocked quite a lot of them, but it must have been about a year since I last played it myself. I think he's come into my stream once, but he never spoke. But obviously, Ada gave him a shout out. But I think that was last year. The day that I got accepted to join. But there's... Same again, just going back to that. I've raided like members of the team, and there's lots of them have turned around and said it's the first time they've ever been raided by a member on the team. So it and as well. I mean, I did like a randomized checks just out of curiosity. Obviously, especially with Ada pulling the list of all the members. There are so many of them, and I mean so many of them, that haven't streamed in the last 2 years. Maybe we need to like go through Ada's logs and get her to pull when was the last time all the members were live. Because the sort of stuff that that I can do with my Ada 2.0 engine. Yeah, I mean, what was it, like 500 odd members or something like that? And I did like a random check of just out of curiosity, just to have a look and see what all different members were like doing. And I've been about 50 or so of them, and there wasn't like a single video or a clip that wasn't 2 years old. We're not going to get up here, are we? Not today, I don't think. Oh, no. All right. Back to the tent. I haven't played in about 5 or 6 months. The game gotten a bit silly to you. Maybe I'll have to re-download it and give it a go. Years and years ago, I used to play the tank one a fair bit. Was I not bothered to ask you? I should call you. Do you prefer Doctor? Anyway, mate. It's no bother to me. I would probably the last one there. I'd probably say no to.
but like, so even with like some my real name, and none of it's secret. Type in Dr. Ravenholm into Google and you can get my bloody address and phone number. Because it's all listed from my business. New VIP. Oh, we haven't played Splitgate for ages. Should we have a Splitgate night in a couple of weeks? I'll put it on the schedule for a Monday night. Oh, you've been VIP since last year, mate. You've only just noticed. It's the same as, you know, on Twitch. I forget what do they call it. 2 seconds, because I forget what it's called. I'm gonna have to actually go to Twitch and find out. If we go here, I'm just gonna click here. Well, it's gonna like cause some kind of like weird inception now. Because I have you on the thing at the bottom. I forget what it's called now. I can't remember what it's called. See if we scroll down. Is it on this page? No, it's not on this page. How do you get to it again? Blow that up a little bit. There you go. Look, the troublemaker, and we have Mr. Frosty, as I call him there. All the troublemakers all lined up. Actually, I think I'm on an ultra wide screen. Can you guys even see that? There we go. I'll scroll down a little bit. So we have all the top troublemakers. We've got like, so we're Royalty, we're JDs, we're Easy Guys, we're Happy Cat Ladies, Mr. Smiths, Samwise, Cozy, Lyra, the troublemaker herself, Mr. Frosty. There is a few more that go off the side of the screen, but I think it only puts like so many on. I assume it doesn't randomize it. I've got all the good troublemakers are all listed on the bottom there. Need to update my... See, I know you have the option to like put the team one up there, but it only shows the top people. You know, the team members that have got like the maximum number of viewers. So whenever I raid out, I always go to the bottom of the list. I'm not going to raid the ones that have got like hundreds of people. But I was raiding them. It doesn't give the opportunity for oh bugger, for the smaller ones to get any sort of like acknowledgement. It's the same for the actual cog, like you know, when you follow that link, because it always has the like the people with the biggest at the top sort of thing. They never get the kind of chance. Oh, come on, we can do it. Ada is great. She's pretty scary. Yeah, I've been adding since you last joined us. I've added so much now into Ada 2.0 with with the new engine that I've been building. Have you tried giving it? She keeps on asking for chocolate, but Happy Cat Lady keeps on denying her the chocolate. Although you like teasing Ada about the chocolate in the biscuits, don't you? Happy Cat. Oh, hashtag for that one there, Craig David. Oh! Come on! Get up there! No. Have we fired a single shot today? I'm just as a side note. Oh, there we go. Whose idea was this again? Or is it the correct spelling? Because we had some arguments the other day because, well, I can't spell to save my life. So I may have misspelt the trigger. Oh, no. Oh,
bugger. Whee! Just splat. Splat on the pavement. I'll probably give this another couple of attempts and then we'll call it, because my fingers are getting really sore. But yeah, I've been feeding all sorts of weird and wonderful things into Ada, and what we kind of find is midweek she seems to get herself tied into talking about Red Dwarf, if you've seen that TV show. Which way are we going? But we have, so we've got the new game, the rock, paper, scissors, which I once I start coding, I can't stop. You missed the hashtag again. Oh, bugger. We're down the hill again. Whee! We have our Hunger Games as well, if you'd like to...
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the AI Olympics. Compete in events such as synchronized charging, algorithmic gymnastics, and data diving. Let the games begin.
Well, that's a new one. Sometimes it goes a bit weird as well. But I suppose there's only so many ways to say a sentence, but I still don't understand where she got the squirrels from. Because I never recall teaching her anything about squirrels, and then it was about a month ago now she started talking about squirrels in chat. I don't know where she got that information from. I'm definitely certain in the things that I fed into her database that the topic of squirrels was never brought up. So I don't know how she learned them, but we should probably be worried. 1:30. I think, to be honest, I think we're probably going to call it here as well, to be honest, and we're going to probably raid out because my finger is absolutely aching. So it's midnight here for us here in the UK. But I think I'm going to use that as an excuse. God, my finger is really sore now, so I think we will jump over and we will go and give some abuse to somebody else. But once again, thank you so much for the raid and coming in to cause some chaos with us this evening. Thank you as well to Mayhem for the gifted sub and for the resub herself there as well. And if I didn't yesterday, Mr. Smith as well, thank you for the sub, and to Mr. Pickle and Mr. Fluid as well for the follows this evening. Just pressing these buttons here. We're going to see who was online that we can go and give some cheek to. I tell you what, Mayhem is actually on. So we'll jump over and we'll go and give her some cheek. Now, warning, if you've not joined Mayhem before, she is incredibly loud, so and overly sweary. So please turn your headphones down a little bit. Tomorrow we will be back in Middle Earth, where we may complete the game. We'll see how it goes. It all depends on the hunting side quest, because we're 100%ing it, and it all depends on if we can get the spawn we need for the level 7 hunting quest. If we can get that, we probably will finish the game. If not, we'll follow up the following week. But once again, thank you all so much for watching and joining tonight. As we haven't really done a proper game tonight. We've just been mucking around for 3 hours. But once again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night, and if I find the right button, we'll see you all next time.
Thank you for joining me today.
If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.
All I can see, the